Good morning, and welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for starting your Wednesday with me. You know, sometimes the middle of the week has a way of sneaking up on us. You wake up and think, how is it already Wednesday? Maybe you're tired, maybe you're overwhelmed, maybe you're still carrying things from Monday that should have been left behind. But then comes this reminder from Marcus Aurelius, of all people. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Isn't that something? It's not a new car. It's not a promotion. It's not a picture-perfect morning. It's the tiny gifts we're breathing in without even realizing it. When you pause to thank God for the little things, the big things start to look different. That right there, that is the shift that we all need today. Because sometimes a miracle isn't the answer we're waiting for. Sometimes a miracle is the gratitude that changes how we see everything. That's why today's word of life is so perfect. Here it is, from Psalm 28:7. The Lord is my strength and my shield. I trust Him with all my heart. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. Oh, what a way to start a Wednesday, with a heart that's intentionally noticing the good. So let me ask you something. What's one tiny thing, one small blessing you can thank God for this morning? Even if it feels silly, even if it feels small. A warm cup of coffee, a quiet car ride, a kid who hugs you before school, a sunrise you didn't expect, or finding the beauty in the cloudy sky and with the rain. Or maybe it's a moment of peace that you didn't earn. I want to know what it is. Would you share that with me? Text me, 256-967-0885. Tell me your little thing. Let's start this midweek shift together, because we're shifting our perspective. Text me, 256-967-0885. What's that little thing that you're thankful for? Yeah, I would love to share it throughout the morning. So as those calls come in, as those texts, I start to read those, if it's okay with you, I'd love to mention them on the air, because it'll help all of us feel just a little more grateful, a little more thankful. It'll help us to shift our minds onto the things that are, well, worthy of praise. And lots of times they go unnoticed. Lots of times we take them for granted. Here's that number one more time. Text 256-967-0885. Or call me up. Let's talk. Here's the studio phone line, 256-505-0885. And if you're out of the country, well, email might be best for you. It's Steven with a V at 885jfm.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I don't know, maybe you're listening on another day. Another day from when I actually gave this particular call to action. It's okay. Still respond to me. I want to know, what's that little thing you're thankful for? Yeah, text 256-967-0885. And thank you so much for being here, for listening to the podcast. Oh, one other heads up. You won't be able to hear the music that I pitch to quite often because, well, I can't play it on the podcast itself, but I have put together a Spotify playlist and a song list, so you can enjoy that music two ways, one in audio and one in video. I just wanted to make sure that you knew it was available for you. Okay? And hey, come hang out with me live sometime. We are on from 6 to 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and you can find us at 885jfm.com. Click that On Now button and press play. All right, let's get on with the show. Kevin Allen, thank you so much for reaching out and telling me what you are thankful for. He said, just waking up, a chance to be better than yesterday, and more time with family. Oh, that's good stuff right there. I love it. So if you're just hopping on, we are talking about those little things that we're thankful for today, because if we're honest, lots of times, middle of the week, it's a pretty tough spot to be, right? But if we shift our focus onto the things that we can be thankful for, even those small things, the things that we often overlook, well, it can make the biggest difference in our day. So, hey, would you do what Kevin just did? Reach out to me and let me know what's that small thing you're thankful for today. Text me 256-967-0885. Again, that number 256-967-0885 or call me up. I got a studio phone here, 256-505-0885. I look forward to hearing from you. Now, how about a little elevation worship? Yeah, that sounds good. It's called Trust in God. And here it is, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show.
I don't know who needs this message today, but I just felt called to come on here and say to whoever feels like the season that you're in is so incredibly heavy and hard, and you truly cannot see how life gets better. You don't understand how things are going to come together. You don't know when that tiny little light at the end of the tunnel is going to appear. But let me tell you, from someone who went through the hardest, darkest 2 years of my life, I can tell you for a fact that life gets so good. And so please just hold on to that. Hold on to someone who has been through it. Just trust the process, and just know that you are becoming the most incredible version of yourself through this fire, and the life that is waiting for you truly is going to blow your mind.
All right, let's talk about your word of life. It'll keep you safe all day long. From Psalm 28, verse 7, in the New Living Translation of the Bible, the Lord is my strength and shield. I trust him with all my heart. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. I mean, think about that one for a second. It's just, let's see. I'm going to count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. 4 sentences to that passage, and each one packs a punch. Can I just, let's focus on the first sentence, because I think it's so beautiful. You ready for this? The Lord is my strength and shield. Think about that. It's one thing to give somebody power. It's one thing to give somebody the ability to stand, to give them strength so that they can walk this world with their head held high. But it's another entirely to not only give them strength, but to say, hey, I'm going to protect you too. Not only am I going to allow you the energy to do the thing, I'm going to protect you while you do the thing. And that right there, that's the game changer. Let me read it again. The Lord is my strength and shield. Is he your shield today? You better believe he is. I bet you can look back right now and see all kinds of times where he kept you safe in the middle of a tough time. Maybe even literally, like that little detour you had to take. Yeah, had to stop at the gas station. Or your kid had to go to the bathroom really bad. You pulled off, went to the gas station, took a little time out, and you found out when you got back on the highway, there was a terrible wreck just down the road that you would have been going through had you not stopped. It's amazing what he does and how he does it to keep us safe. The Lord is my strength and shield. That's why we can trust him with all our heart. That's speaking to me this morning. How about you? Well, you know what? It should speak to somebody else too. Share it with them. Coming up here in about a minute and a half, we're going to have it ready for you on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and X. So please go and share it with somebody and tell them what it means to you, okay? All right, let's get back to the music. Steph Schleter won't start now. As we're in the middle of the first hour of the middle of the week, of the middle of the show, let's talk a little bit about, well, what we need, especially on a day like today. I mean, I'm looking outside. It's dreary. It's wet. It's cloudy. And the middle of the week is one of those spots where it feels like everything is piling up. It feels like maybe, I don't know, you got a lot on your shoulders and you got just a little more week left. So often we kind of focus on the struggle ahead, on all the things that we have to do. But can I invite you to take a look at some smaller things? Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay? And you've probably seen this in your own life. Often, we have this idea that gratitude only really counts when something big happens, like a promotion or a healing or a clear answer to prayer. Some moment where everything clicks into place. I mean, those spots in our lives are so good, aren't they? But here's the truth. Most people don't live in the big moments, right? They live in the in-between spaces, the everyday stuff, the routines, the responsibilities that don't feel extraordinary. And yet that's exactly where God places the reminders we need most. You probably heard it like this. You've heard somebody say, "It wasn't a huge breakthrough, but seeing my kids smile this morning, that was enough to keep me going." I love that. Or maybe something like this. "Nothing dramatic happened today, but that quiet moment before everybody in the house woke up, yeah, I really needed that." Or even this one. "Life is stressful, but noticing one small blessing today kept me from sinking." That's the beauty of gratitude. It doesn't erase the hard things, but it reframes them. It gives your heart just enough space to breathe again. Yeah. It's like our Word of Life says today. I keep going back to this because it's so good. From Psalm 28:7, "The Lord is my strength and shield. I trust Him with all my heart. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving." See, joy doesn't usually show up in a dramatic moment. Joy sneaks into your life through the tiny cracks you didn't even notice were there. So let me ask you something, and I'd really love to hear from you today. What's one small thing you're grateful for right now? It doesn't have to be profound. It doesn't have to be deep. It just has to be real. Maybe a warm cup of coffee, a safe drive, maybe a smile from someone you love. The fact that God woke you up again today. Send it to me. Share it with me. Text me 256-967-0885. Let's name these little things together. 256-967-0885. I want to talk real quick to our car line crew because I know I got like a captive audience right now. I love this because I get to speak some life to you this morning, okay? So a little extra special message just for you before we hit 7 o'clock. Yeah. You know how some mornings you wake up and everything feels rushed? You can't find your shoes. Your backpack feels extra heavy. Maybe you realize that the Chromebook is not charged. Panic mode, right? Yeah. You're trying to finish homework, maybe even in the passenger seat, and it already feels like it's going to be one of those days. On top of that, I mean, come on. It's rainy and cloudy. You look forward to going outside for PE, I know. But anyway, one of those days. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. Your whole morning can change because of just one small thing that you notice. Maybe it's the way the sky looks on your way to school. Yes, you can find beauty even in the rain and the clouds. I did just last night. I was at Walmart. And the color in the sky, it was cloudy. There were little spots of blue, little holes where you could see the blue sky through it. And the sun was shining just right. I had to snap a few pictures. I was thankful for just the sky last night. Maybe a song that you like comes on the radio. I'm getting ready to play one that I think you're really going to love, by the way. Maybe your mom or dad hands you breakfast and says, "I love you." Maybe your little sister made you laugh when you didn't expect it. Yeah, that little sister. I know she's annoying, but hey, you love her. And she loves you. That's a big deal. And now, those tiny moments, I want to remind you, they count. They really do. Because gratitude isn't about having a perfect morning. It's about noticing the good that's already there in your morning. So here's your challenge before you walk into school today and before we get this car line competition going, okay? Name one small thing that's good about your morning. Just one. I want you to say it out loud, okay? Think about it. Say it out loud. I'll give you some time to think because I got Forrest Frank with Your Way's Better. And directly after that, are you ready to play the car line competition on a Wacky Word Wednesday? Say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Give me the horn. All right, now let's go ahead and let's crank that engine and then let's start that music so I can say, hey everybody, it's time to play the car line competition. That's right, your chance to win some gift cards this morning. I got 3 up for grabs: Gunnersville Chick-fil-A, Albertville Home Bakery, and the Caring Heart Thrift Store in Arab. It's a lot of love to share with a lot of people. When you win, we want you to keep one, give the other 2 away so you can put smiles on 2 other people's faces. I'll even ask you who you're going to give your gift cards to so you can shout them out here on the radio. Don't be nervous either, because I don't take the phone calls live. I edit them down, make you sound like a rock star on the radio. Now remember, you can only win 1 time a month. And then you got to get your homeroom classmates to call in so you can get your homeroom at the top of the leaderboard. Ready to play my game? All right, it's Wacky Word Wednesday. What does that mean? Well, you're going to hear some funny stuff this morning. Here we go, round 1. I'm a Southern way of describing someone who's totally confused or overwhelmed, like they walked into the wrong classroom and don't know why everyone's staring at them. All right, so what is the term I'm looking for? Is it A, bamboozled, B, bumfuzzled, C, frazzled, or D, wishy-washy? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Again, a Southern way of describing someone who's totally confused or overwhelmed, like they walked into the wrong classroom and don't know why everyone's staring at them. Is it A, bamboozled, B, bumfuzzled, C, frazzled, or D, wishy-washy? Be the first caller at 256-505-0885 and let me know, and you could win 3 gift cards. 256-505-0885. Now, Bridget Babb said, hey, I want to dedicate a song to a bunch of kids on a school bus right now. So this one right here goes out to all of our friends on Miss Charlotte's school bus. It's Matthew West with Gobble Gobble. 88.5 JFM, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good, what's your name?
Mariah.
Mariah. All right, Mariah, what are you up to today?
I'm going to school
Why are you doing that?
so I can learn.
So you can learn. What do you want to learn? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a nurse.
Really? That is awesome. All right, want to be a nurse. Well, I got a funny kind of question for you right here, Mariah. I wonder if maybe you know the answer to it. Here we go. I'm a Southern way of describing someone who's totally confused or overwhelmed, like they walked into the wrong classroom and don't know why everyone's staring at them. Is it A, bamboozled, B, bumfuzzled, C, frazzled, or D, wishy-washy?
B.
B, bumfuzzled. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Congratulations, you just won 3 gift cards. What do you think about that?
Good.
I'm so glad that you called me up and won this morning. All right, Mariah, who wants to be a nurse, here's the way this thing works. We want you to keep one of these gift cards and give the other 2 away to 2 very special people. Can you tell me about those 2 people?
I want to give one to my mom.
Okay.
Because she helps me.
Yeah. And who's that second person?
And I want to give one to my Nana.
Your Nana? Tell me something special about Nana.
She makes me happy and she plays with me. Awesome.
And in my experience, Nanas have a really cool way of making some delicious food. Does yours make some really good food too?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing that she cooks?
Mashed potatoes.
Ooh, with the gravy or without the gravy?
Without the gravy.
Without the gravy. She put some extra love in there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. All right, Mariah. Now, I need to know, what school do you go to?
Albertville Intermediate School.
Albertville Intermediate. All right, I'm jotting it down. Now you got to get all of your homeroom classmates to call in to get your homeroom at the top of the leaderboard. And maybe at the end of the month, we'll be able to do something special. Sound good?
Yes.
Final question for you, Mariah. Why do you listen to us?
Because it makes my day, and I like to listen to Christian music.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. You're the reason why we're here, Mariah. Have the best day ever.
Okay, bye.
Bye. And that is how it's done. The first round of the car line competition in the books. So, 3 gift cards out the door. What does that mean? Well, we got one more round to go. Another Wacky Word Wednesday round. So, shall we? Shall we get to it? Sound good to you? You ready for it? There are my bells. That means I'm ready to go. And here we are. Round number 2. Here it is. I'm a word that people use when someone has to lug or haul something heavy, like carrying all the groceries in one trip or dragging a backpack full of textbooks across the parking lot. Is it A, schlep, B, gander, C, bicker, or D, jumble? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Oh, y'all are quick this morning. There's my caller already. Wow. Stay right there on the phone line with me while I start the song and I'll get your answer. It's We the Kingdom. And won't he do it? Well, I'll answer that question. Yes, he will. Oh, they'll answer it too. Here you go. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. What's your name?
Landon.
Landon. All right, Landon. What you been up to today?
Nothing.
Nothing. You just
No.
got up,
About to head to school.
headed to school. Did you eat breakfast?
No, not yet.
Oh, you eat at school. What's your favorite school breakfast?
French toast.
Ooh,
Sticks.
nice. French toast sticks. I love that. Now, when I was in school, I loved eating breakfast because we had these little containers of orange juice. Now, it wasn't like a paper carton. It was in like this plastic cup that had a foil lid on top. Do y'all have those?
No.
No, you don't have those. Oh, they were so much fun because we could try to flip them. We try to flip them like you do with a water bottle. How you flip it? We would try to flip it on the table.
Oh,
Yeah. Little things. It bring me a lot of happiness. All right, so I think maybe you know the answer to my question. We're about to find out. Here we go. I'm a word used when someone has to lug or haul something heavy, like carrying all the groceries in one trip, or dragging a backpack full of textbooks across the parking lot. Is it A, schlep, B, gander, C, bicker, or D, jumble?
A.
A, schlep?
Yep.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Congratulations to you! You just won 3 gift cards. What do you think about that?
I'm very happy.
I'm very happy about it too, Landon. So you know how this works. We want you to keep one, give the other 2 away to 2 very special.
Yes.
Can you tell me about them?
I want to give one to my dad.
Okay. What do you love about Dad?
He plays with me.
Yeah.
And when I'm hurt, he helps me.
Okay, I got you. So he's all around cool guy, likes to play, and takes care of you. I got you. Sounds like a great dad. Now, who's that second person?
My sister.
What? Hold on a second. You're shouting out your sister?
Yeah.
You like that girl?
Yeah, because she's my sister.
Okay. Do you like her all the time or just some of the time? Or does she ever get on your nerves?
Sometimes.
I'm playing. I know you love her. I just had to have a little fun there. Because you see, I have a little brother myself. And sometimes we didn't see eye to eye. But you know what? Still love him. So I get it. Tell me something special about that sister. Something special y'all like doing together.
We play video games together.
Oh, nice. What video games?
Roblox and sometimes Fortnite.
All right, I got you. Very cool. You know what? I think you rock. I'm so glad you called me up. And you go to DAR, which one? Elementary, middle, high?
Elementary.
Elementary. You sure you don't go to the high school?
I'm sure.
You got to be like in 10th grade, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what grade are you in, my friend?
Fourth.
Fourth
I'm about
grade.
to go to middle school.
I got you. About to go to the middle school. Tell me something, something small, something really, really small that you think is so much fun. Maybe, see, today we're talking about the small stuff. Because, yeah, it's great when big things happen, but sometimes we find happiness in the really little things. Is there a really little thing that you're thankful for today?
My family.
Your family. I got you. You might be small, but you are loved, right?
Yes.
I got you. Thank you so much for playing my game, Landon. I'll get these gift cards sent your way, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Wow, you know what? Landon just reminded me of a movie. Maybe you've seen it, Lilo and Stitch. I'm gonna try a little Stitch impression real quick, okay? All right, he just reminded me of this.
This is my family. I found it all on my own. It's little and broken, but still good. Yeah, still good.
Little Lilo and Stitch this morning. Landon, you rock. Thank you so much for playing my game. That is 2 rounds of the Carline competition in the books, 6 gift cards out the door, and that brings us to the end of today's Carline. But don't worry, we'll play it again tomorrow, starting at around 6:50 or so. Another chance for some people to win. And hey, keep in mind that yes, I know a lot of you are going to be out of school next week because of Thanksgiving, but I'm going to be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And even though you're going to be out of school, I want you to play the Carline competition with me. You'll have to tune us in online probably, and it's real easy. Let me tell you how. But first, let me tell you why I want you to play with me, okay? Because I'm going to have 2 passes to Let's Play up in Huntsville. Oh yeah, that indoor playground? I'm going to have 2 passes to give away for next week. Are you going to win them? Well, that's the incentive. I'm wanting you to play my game, and let's find out if maybe you win a Let's Play gift card. All right, so here's how you do that. Next week when you're at home, it's going to be at the same time, but you'll go to 885jfm.com and click that On Now button. You have to get mom or dad to help you. That's totally fine. I'm sure that they'll help. You might have an iPad, something like that, a computer you have access to. Ask permission and tune in and play. And we're going to have some fun Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, even though you might be out of school. Okay? Sound good? All right. Hey, thanks so much for being here. I've got some ministry and business impact partners to get to, some weather, some word of life. I got some more comments here too. Mike told me what he is thankful for today because we're talking about the little things, right? And I want you to be thinking about that. What are the small things you're thankful for today? Because sometimes that's all it takes to get us in the right headspace to have a really good day. So we're sharing them as we get them. I'll share Mike's with you coming up after your weather and word of life. And maybe you'll reach out and tell me yours. I'd love to hear it, okay? Now let's talk about your word of life. We've been picking this one apart sentence by sentence today, and it's so good. So let's get to it. We're going to focus on the third, but I'll read the whole thing to you. It's Psalm 28, verse 7 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. The Lord is my strength and shield. I trust him with all my heart. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. Wow, it's a good one. But we focus on the first and the second already. Let's focus on the third. This is what it says. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. Yeah, because you know what? When you realize you're not having to do this life alone, you realize you got somebody in your corner, somebody who's helping you, somebody who is working all things together for your good behind the scenes, then yeah, your heart will be filled with joy because there's just something about that togetherness. There's something about knowing that you're not alone that just helps you put a smile on your face and hold your head high. It's like, hey, we got this because he's got me, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's what I'm loving about today's word of life. It's so simple yet so profound all at the same time. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I see some pins on my streaming map, so I would like to shout some people out. Then I got to tell you what Mike is thankful for today because we're encouraging each other. I see you, Joel Modish, down in Palm Coast, Florida. Thank you so much for being here. Also, we got our friends just a little southwest of Eagle Point, Alabama, down in Jefferson County, as well as Mountain Brook hanging out. Thank you for being here. Plus, we got Albertville. Wheezy, is that you? Thank you for being here. Plus, we got our friends across the pond in Fuchenstein and Vogelen, Germany. Guten Tag to you. It's already afternoon where they are. So, yeah, appreciative of all of you. Now, I can't see pins for those of you listening right now on the FM dial. Oh, Atlanta, I see your pin just popped up. Thank you for being here. But I always love hearing from you. So whether you're listening on the FM dial or the podcast or on the stream, and maybe I'm not seeing your pin, reach out, say hi, request a song, send me a GIF. Tell me what you're thankful for. Like I said, we're talking about the little things. Here's the number for that, 256-967-0885. Okay? We'll give it to you one more time. 256-967-0885. Now, to what Mike is thankful for. He said, I'm thankful God allowed me one more day to open my eyes and see, hear, and enjoy his creation day after day. Oh, I love that. You see, it's the little things, the things we overlook, the things we take for granted so often that we really need to be thankful for. When we identify them, it'll help us, especially if you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders right now on this Wednesday. It's easy to feel that way in the middle of the week, but we're encouraging each other. So what is yours? What small thing are you thankful for today? Text me, 256-967-0885. Or if you'd like to call, here's the studio phone line number, 256-505-0885. Okay? All right, now, a prayer request for you. Donnie, he reached out and said, man, I'm feeling under the weather, got a fever, got the chills, I'm not feeling good. I was wondering if you guys could pray. Yeah, I think we can do that because, you know what? That's a privilege that we have, getting to lift each other up in prayer. So would you mind joining your faith with mine? And let's lift Donnie up in prayer. And at the same time, I want you to be thinking about the thing that you need God to do in your life because I'm going to give you a space to talk about that. Include that in this prayer, okay? All right, here we go. Heavenly Father, in Jesus' name, right now, we thank you for who you are. We thank you for how you love us. Father, we thank you for another day. We thank you for opening our eyes, for giving us breath, for helping us to do this life. We know you're with us every step of the way. Father, sometimes We're a little under the weather. Sometimes we feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. We feel those responsibilities, and it's heavy. But I thank you that you tell us to cast our burdens on you, because you can handle them. And Father, at the same time, I know that you want your children whole, healthy, and well. So right now, in Jesus' name, we lift up Donnie to you. He's not feeling great. Father, the sickness that's come on him, you know exactly how to heal it. So right now, we ask you to do it. We ask you to heal his body from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. Let every sense of fever go, all the chills. And Father, please bring about a healing quickly. We thank you for it in Jesus' name. And Father, for my friend here who's praying along or just listening, Father, I ask that you touch them from the top of their head to the soles of their feet. I thank you that you love them. You're for them. You're with them every step of the way. And right now, I want to give them an opportunity to bring their needs to you in this space. So Father, would you hear their prayer right now? All right, go ahead. Tell them what it is that you need. Father, whether it's a financial breakthrough that they're needing, they're trying to figure out where the next meal's going to come from. Maybe it's a relationship. Father, you know exactly what it is. Maybe something that needs restored, reconciled. Maybe it's to let go of the past. Maybe it's to let go of hurt or regret. Father, maybe it's for a mental healing because they're stuck in this one thought. I thank you that you can liberate them now in Jesus' name, and I ask you to do it. Father, maybe it's a diagnosis. I ask you, Father, to touch them from the top of their head to the soles of their feet. Whatever's wrong, Father, would you make it right? Whatever's broken, would you mend it? We thank you for it now. And Father, more than your blessing, more than your miracles, Father, we want you. We thank you. You're with us right now in Jesus' name. Help us to be the hands and feet of Jesus on this earth. Help us to be great representatives of the kingdom of heaven today. Please put people on our path that will bless us and people on our path that we can bless. And we thank you for it now in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Now a little elevation rhythm with Goodbye Yesterday right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. This morning we're talking about what we're thankful for, what we're grateful for, and I'm asking you to reach out and tell me what that is. And we're encouraging each other today. So I just heard from Janae, and I got to share this with you. I thought this was so cool. She said, I'm so thankful to have another day with my 85-year-old dad. His name is Carl Chafin from Horton. He has some health issues going on right now, but I know the Lord is not finished with him yet. Wow. 85 years old. That's a long, full life. And so thankful. God still has a plan and a purpose. And what kind of memories have been made with this dad? You know what I mean? It's amazing when you think about a life well lived. All the things that they've seen, all the struggles they've gone through, but still they're here. God has kept them safe the whole time. It's amazing. And having that time with your dad is so good. It's definitely something to be thankful for. So yeah, Janae, thank you so much for reaching out and telling us what you're thankful for. Maybe that's hitting some people's heartstrings right now. Maybe that's a reminder. Maybe that's your cue to reach out to your elderly loved ones today and tell them how much they mean to you. Maybe you haven't seen them in a minute. Maybe today is a time to just drop by. Could be at the nursing home. Could be just at their house. It could be just a call during your lunch break. Just to check in on them. Just to see how they're doing. Tell them you love them. That kind of thing. Wow. You see, that's what we do. When we share what we're thankful for, we inspire one another. That's what family does. So thank you for sharing that. And hey, I wonder, what are you thankful for? You can text me too. 256-967-0885 is how you get in touch with me. Or if you'd like to call me here at the studio, 256-505-0885. Tell you what I'm thankful for this morning? Well, something that happened you don't know about. I didn't include it on the show. Got a call this morning from my JFM family member. Told me that, well, they went and got some stuff yesterday, and they actually had just gotten paid. All the cash they had was in their wallet. And upon leaving Walmart, putting some stuff in the back of the truck, he realized that he had lost his wallet. And so, of course, he went in the store and said, hey, I was wondering if you guys had a lost wallet found. Maybe somebody brought it in. No, they didn't have it. But he left his information with them. And this morning, they decided to go retrace their steps a little bit. So they did. And guess what? Well, when he told me what was going on, we prayed. And so I believe that God answers our prayers. And sure enough, he called me back with a praise report. Guess what? They found that wallet. Yep, they sure did. It was on the side of the road. Evidently, he had left it on the back of his truck when he was putting groceries in. But when they found the wallet, there wasn't any cash in it. Now that right there, that's like one of those stomach sinking kind of things. It's like, no, because that was like all the money that they had. But then they looked down the road a little ways, and evidently that wallet had flipped open and that cash had come out. But guess what? Just about every single dime was recovered. So, hey, I'm thankful for that praise report right there. God answers prayers. Now, anybody could have found that wallet, picked it up, taken it home. But nope, it was still laying there. It was ready to be found. God does stuff like that for us. You know, it's amazing. So thank you so much for sharing your story with me this morning. And hey, I want to know, what are you thankful for? 256-967-0885. Now, I want to play a song for Jake. He said he wants to hear Won't Start Now. So here you go, sir. Your word of life today from Psalm 28, verse 7 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. We've been picking this one apart all morning long. We've done, sentences 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do 4 this time. Let me read the whole thing first. The Lord is my strength and my shield. I trust him with all my heart. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. Wow, it's good, isn't it? Psalm 28, verse 7. So let's pick apart that last sentence, the fourth one here. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. Can I tell you a little secret that I have really noticed here lately? It's that what you get your body to do, your mind follows. It's funny. See, the other day, I was in the kitchen, and I just pulled something out of the oven. My daughter's sitting there at the table. My wife is in the kitchen with me at the countertop across the way. And they know I'm getting this thing out of the oven. And I'm thinking, I'm going to pull a prank on them. And so I act like I just burned myself. I'm like, that kind of thing. And you know what happened? Yeah, I got a little bit of a laugh when they found out I was okay. It was kind of a mean prank, I know. But I felt it in my body that even with that fake emergency, it felt like it was a real emergency in my body. It was so strange. You know what? I think maybe that's a lesson for all of us. That sometimes if you act like it, you'll actually get there. Let me tell you what I mean. Because if you're in the middle of a mess right now, if you're between a rock and a hard place, if you're not at the bottom of the barrel, but underneath the barrel, then the last thing you feel like doing is singing a song. The last thing you feel like doing is praising God. The last thing you feel like doing is raising up a hallelujah. But what happens when you just do it anyway? I mean, at the top of your lungs, with all you got. Guess what happens? Your body follows. That mood starts to change a little bit. And guess what else happens? The Bible talks about it in this way. He inhabits the praises of his people. So as you force your body into doing something you know your spirit needs, it starts to catch up. And on top of that, God's presence is even more real and more tangible. You can feel him a little closer. Isn't that cool? So use that today if you're feeling in that tight spot. And I know you don't feel like it, but if you could offer up a praise to God today, if you could raise a hallelujah, if you could just shout, just talk about how good he is. Maybe you're not musically inclined. You can't carry a tune in a bucket. You're not comfortable with singing. You know what? You don't have to sing. Just let him know how much you love him. Talk to him about how good he is. Remind yourself of how good he's been to you. And watch what happens. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And that word of life is ready for you to share across our socials on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Coming up here at 8:15, it'll be in video form as well across all of our socials, so you can share it that way too. Sound good? All right, thanks so much for being here on the Lifeline Morning Show. No matter how you're listening, I see you, Columbus, Georgia. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you too. It looks like we got some new listeners near Mundy's Mill, Georgia. Thank you for being here. This morning, I got a call. Now, if you remember earlier this morning, we prayed for Donnie. He was feeling under the weather, felt like he had a fever, just not feeling good. Wow. But he asked for prayer. And so we joined our faith together and we prayed. And then he called. Did you want to hear how that went down? Take a listen to this. What's up, my friend?
Hey, good morning, Mr. Steven.
Good morning. Hey, you're sounding kind of chipper for somebody who's feeling under the weather.
Well, I sit here and I listen to you pray for me.
Yeah?
And let me just tell you something.
Okay.
Ain't God good, brother?
Yes, he is.
I still feel a little rough,
Yeah?
but I don't feel near like I did when I woke up this morning.
That's awesome,
I
man.
felt my body cooling off.
Yeah?
I don't feel like the fever is so bad. Like when I woke up this morning, I came to work, I felt like my head was in an oven. And I'm going to tell you right now that after you prayed for me, I feel like my body's been steadily cooling down.
That is awesome.
And I'm just starting to feel better, so.
Won't he do it? Yes, he will.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he
man.
does it every day, all year long, brother.
Yes, sir. Well, you know what?
bless
I'm
you.
thankful for this, that he finishes what he starts.
Yes.
So you're feeling
I'm
better now.
thankful.
But I believe you're going to be completely healed. Not too much longer here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, because I already feel it happening.
Yes, sir.
I'm thankful for my family, and I'm thankful for my home. I'm thankful for everything that God has blessed me with. Thankful for the blessings that haven't even came yet, but I know God's bringing our way. And I'm just thankful that God let me wake up today.
Yeah.
That's a real important one right there. Just be thankful that God let you wake up and view what He has created, brother.
That's it, man. That we often overlook that. We just feel the struggle and we feel the pressure, but we forget, hey, we woke up this morning. That is a blessing in and of itself.
Yes, sir. Well, there's days when I wake up and I get caught up in the world. And I get caught up in, just things that are happening around me. And then I forget, look what God created. Look what you drive through every day when you're going to work.
Yeah.
You get to see the beautiful trees, the color change in the fall, the leaves falling. You got orange, red, leaf. How can you not admire that?
Right?
And I just have to stop. I have to, as my dad used to say, old football term, I had to back up and punt and, just restart, and realize that there's more to life than stress. There's more to life than money. There's more to life than a lot of things. But you just got to focus on what's important. And you got to focus on the Lord. Because the Lord is the one that provides all of that for you. A lot of people forget that, and they try to do it by themselves.
Yeah.
Brother, we can't do anything by ourselves.
Nope.
Because God is the one that provides everything we need in our life.
That's it. Things to be thankful for today. Just being able to wake up, having breath in your lungs, having a heart that's beating. You know what that tells me? God's got a plan and a purpose for us. And yeah, even though we might be feeling the weight of the world on our shoulders, our little world, might be feeling all of the responsibility, He helps us every single day. And I wanted to play that praise report for you as well, because God listens to our prayers. I tell you time and time again, and I'll keep saying it, God works miracles through our prayers here on the radio. I've seen Him do it before. So I know He's not done yet. Thank you for being part of this family, and thank you for all the love that's coming through the texts right now. This has just been amazing. Y'all have really responded to this whole question. What are you thankful for today? Even the small things. What's a small thing that you're thankful for? If you haven't got on board with this yet, if you haven't sent me a text message, would you please send me one, 256 967-0885. I look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'm going to get to a request here in just a couple minutes. And I had one question here from Bridget. She said, where did you say we can listen to podcasts? Okay, I'll answer that for you right here on the air. So we've got 5 places that we put up every day's podcast episode. And that is on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube Podcast. All you have to do is go there at 11 o'clock this morning and type in Lifeline Morning Show Podcast, and you'll find it there. And that's how you can listen to the podcast episode. That way, if you miss out on something, you can catch up. If you want to hear something again, you can do that. If you want to share that encouragement, what you heard here with somebody else, you can even do that. Just copy the link to that episode and paste it into a text message, send it to your friend or whoever you need to send it to. Yeah, I would greatly appreciate it. And we've noticed this podcast grow over the past few months. Thank you for making that happen. All right. So I guess let's get back to the music. I have to get this request. It's an NF song. So let me go find that for you. But first, I think this song is really fitting for what we're talking about. It's Zach Williams, and There Was Jesus. Good morning to you in Jacksonville, Florida. I see you hanging out with us right now. And I see Joel Modest down in Palm Coast, Florida. Wow, thanks for being here. It really means a lot. However you're listening, whether it's on the FM dial here locally in North Alabama, or maybe it's on the podcast or on the stream. Thanks for being here. You know, I love hearing from you. So text me, 256-967-0885, and let me know what you're thankful for today. A little, send you one back. Or, you know what, you could request a song. Now, I will tell you this. Every now and then, I might get a song request that goes just a little too far, that I feel like wouldn't be a great fit for us here on the Lifeline Morning Show. And if that's the case, I'll let you know why, and then I'll ask you if maybe there's another song you want me to play. There's an artist right now. His name is NF. Now, I've loved his music for years. Some of his stuff can kind of go one way and never really come back. So it kind of goes really, really, really dark, and it ends there. And on songs like that, I feel like maybe it's not quite appropriate for us because sure, we can talk about that darkness a little bit, but then we have to talk about what happens, that change. We have to talk about how it's redeemed. We get out of that darkness and we come back. And this particular song by NF, it's called Fear, and it's not quite suited for us. But thank you for requesting it. And if you'd like for me to play another song, please let me know. That's what I communicated via text that way. So if there's ever a song I can't play, I'll let you know why and ask you maybe if you want to hear a different one. Okay? Thanks for understanding. I really appreciate it. All right, more great music headed your way. Toby Mac, Heaven on My Mind, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm so glad that he swaps our darkness for light. Remember a while back, I told you that I thought Jamie McDonald's voice sounded so much like another voice you hear on the station all the time. Yeah, she sounds a lot like Lauren Daigle. And then, lo and behold, what happened? They did a song together. And they do sound very, very similar. And I told you at that time, now I think we've got 2 more artists that sound really similar. They remind me of each other. One of them is Natalie Lane, and the other one, Francesca Battistelli. They sound a lot alike. Guess what? I just saw them on the socials. They're working on something together. So, in fact, I found a clip of Natalie singing one of Francesca's songs. I'm getting ready to play it for you so you can hear just how similar they do sound. It's coming up next after Brandon Lake and Miracle Child. Vocal doppelgangers. What exactly am I talking about? Well, people who sound the same, or maybe a character that you hear on one movie that maybe you recognize that voice. It's from another character on a different movie or from somebody on TV. Yeah, it happens all the time. Me and my daughter, we love picking out voices, figuring out who is voicing that character on an animated movie, because my daughter, she really loves some animated stuff. In fact, just last night, guess what we were rewatching? Ratatouille. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's been a while since I watched that one. And you know what? I got to thinking, that voice sounds really familiar. Gusteau, who's on there. You know, the chef who died, who's kind of the central figure of this whole thing. It's his son that came to the restaurant and tries to get a job. And then it's the rat on top of his head that's kind of helping him cook. You've seen the movie, right? Well, the guy who voices Gusteau, I got to looking, and I thought that voice was familiar. Guess who it is? Brad Garrett. You might remember him from Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah, he was the brother. So he's also a character on Tangled. He's the guy. He's like the really rough guy who wants to be a concert pianist who only has one hand. Yeah, it's his voice as well. So it's kind of cool to pick out voices like that. Now, every now and then, you will find two people who sound eerily similar to each other. And that's exactly what has happened here on the radio. Because if you remember a while back, I said Lauren Daigle and Jamie McDonald sound so much alike. And before I knew it, they were working on a project together. Now, another couple of singers that I've thought about sound very similar are Francesca Battistelli and a new artist, Natalie Lane. And just to prove my point, I want you to hear Natalie Lane singing Free to Be Me, that Dent in My Fender song that Francesca is so well known for. It's going a little viral right now, actually. So take a listen to this. It's her sitting down at the piano, singing along. See if you can't tell. See if you can tell that this is Natalie and not Francesca, because they sound so similar.
I got a couple dents in my fender. I got a couple rips in my jeans. I tied in the pieces together. The perfection is my enemy. On my own, I'm so clumsy. But on your shoulders, I can see I'm free to be me.
That is Natalie Lane singing Free to Be Me by Francesca Battistelli. Now, why am I talking about this? Because you see, as I said, they sound so similar. And I actually saw some video of them recently on the socials. They're in the studio together. And you want to hear about what they're working on? Okay, well, here you go.
Hey friends, I'm Natalie Lane. I'm Francesca Battistelli, and we're in the studio today working on a new version of All Joy.
Yeah, so got that to look forward to. I'm just saying, it's been a long time coming, and it was worth the wait. So anyway, when I get my hands on that track, I will play it in its entirety for you. Okay? Sound good? Now, what started all this off was this right here. It's a little Lauren Daigle and Jamie McDonald. They're together on this one. It's called Desperate. This morning, we're talking about thankfulness, gratefulness, for even the smallest of things in our lives. And we've been talking about that all morning, and I thought it was so cool when Andrea Oliver stopped by the studio. See, her office is just down the hallway. She does CWJC. She's the director here in Gunnersville. And so she stopped by and she showed me what the ladies are thankful for this morning at CWJC. And it's a pretty big week for them too. So I thought, hey, Andrea, this is awesome. You want to talk on the radio? And she's like, sure. So she's with me right now. Andrea, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How's everything going this morning?
Good. We're practicing our testimonies, getting ready for graduation tomorrow.
That's right. This session is almost over. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It's been fast.
Yeah.
It's always wild.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, I can tell you that I love seeing the transformation that happens in these ladies, because you see them come in, and lots of times they're so timid and they're so shy even. But by the time they leave this place, they have opened up, they have discovered some confidence, and they've been poured into. So thank you for what you do and what your team does. It's huge.
We love it. We don't want to be doing anything else.
Yeah. Well, hey, I know that as we were talking a little while ago, you said there's something about thankfulness that puts you in the right headspace. Because when you start looking for the good things, it puts you in a better mood. And then you start finding even more good things to be thankful for.
Yes, sir.
So I know you heard me talking about it this morning. You got here, you did a devotion in the classroom. And then what did you guys decide to do with the whiteboard?
Well, I had them tell me the small things they were thankful for. Thankfulness is something we talk a lot about during session and we practice. And usually when ladies come in, it's not a skill they've really worked on. They're a lot of times, as the rest of us are, really good at seeing maybe the negative, the things that are going wrong. And so we talk about thankfulness and gratefulness a lot because it changes our attitudes. Our God becomes bigger when we focus on the things we're thankful for, and the problems become smaller. So this morning, I just put small things up on the board, and they called them out to me, things that they're thankful for, and they had no trouble.
Yeah, no trouble. Let's hit a few of those. Tell me, what's at the top of the list?
Toilet paper. That was actually mine, though.
Was it? Okay.
But it was one of the ladies in the past that taught me.
Yeah.
I'd never thought about being thankful for toilet paper before, but she said she'd been without.
Yeah.
And had to go to gas stations and steal a roll of toilet paper or take it home. And I never thought how much a luxury that toilet paper is.
Yeah.
And then
we really learned that during the pandemic too, didn't we?
Right?
That was craziness. Going down the list, what we got next?
That one's mine too. The hot
that
water
one?
heater.
Okay.
If you ever go on a mission trip and go somewhere without a hot water heater, and with that, the indoor plumbing wasn't mine, but somebody else's. That goes along the same lines. That that is really something we take for granted, and yeah, it's a huge blessing.
Yeah. Now, staying in touch with people across the country, so having a phone, I know that made the list. That is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I was thinking, is that a big deal or a small one? Because it's something we take for granted, so in that way, it's small.
Yeah.
But
it is small.
My family lives across the country.
Yeah.
And I remember my sister actually got me on Facebook because we could share pictures of our kids and see each other. And I love FaceTime too, where you can see each other and it crosses the distance.
Exactly. It's that connection that we all need. So yeah, it's a small device, but it plays a big role. That's awesome. And another one, I know you're kind of thankful and kind of not thankful for at the same time, especially when you come in the studio here with me, because the seat I sat you in was right underneath the vent, and you're like, oh, it's cold. So heat and AC, definitely something to be thankful for.
I mean, especially in the South, right?
Yeah.
And we're really rarely ever, the seasons are so... The hot goes into the cold.
Oh, yeah.
There's really not much in between where you don't have the heat or the air on.
Right.
We live with that a lot.
Yeah. All right. So finding deals and sales, that is huge. When you see that clearance sticker price, that's a game changer because that means you can buy something you couldn't buy before.
One of my ladies said yesterday if she hadn't found shampoo on sale for, I don't know if she said 99 cents or something, when she got home and had a shower, she wouldn't have had shampoo or conditioner to wash her hair.
Yeah.
So to be thankful in the things that God puts in your path that you see him working. You said he works in all things. He's working all the time. Yes, he is.
That's right. Now I'm loving this too. Community. It's something y'all have built in that classroom
and
during the session.
Yes. Something we talk a lot about once you leave. It's one of the things that's helped you. How are you going to find that when you leave? Continue doing that because we all need each other in it. Something that the ladies, most all of them have in common is depression.
Yeah.
And the enemy of our souls wants to isolate us and take us out. And we need each other. And when we come together, it lifts our spirits. It's easier to get out of bed and have hope for tomorrow.
Right. Shelter. I mean, just having a roof over your heads, having a dry place to sleep when it's wet outside, having a warm place when it's cold outside. So many of us take that for granted. We kind of look at the responsibility of it all, but thank God that even though we have the responsibility of taking care of it, it's still there.
Yes.
It's a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah. That's great. And so when you shared this with me this morning, I'm like, well, that is awesome. It's like we're on the same page talking about what to be thankful for. So thank you for carving out some time.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And if people want to come see these ladies graduate, it's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow at Connect Church, Gunnersville, 6 p.m.
Very good.
You'll hear, sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
You'll hear 8 ladies and their journey through like how life was before CWJC, their time at CWJC, and then some of their goals and how they're going to carry forward.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Christian Women's Job Corps, and y'all have like 2 sessions a year, so the next session is going to be starting when?
I think if my memory holds, which it's not really, can't really count on it a lot, but I think it's January 26th.
Very good. We'll be talking more about it between now and then, getting it on the radio, letting people know. So,
great.
Thank you for all you do for those ladies.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. And hey, just in case you want to pass that conversation along to somebody, it's going to be on the podcast later today. Maybe even invite somebody out to watch these ladies graduate. I know maybe you don't have a local tie to them, but to see this transformation take place and to see a lady who came in who was so timid or maybe didn't believe in themselves, and then all of a sudden they found their strength, they found some boldness, they found some courage. Oh, it's something to behold. It really is. So, yeah, thanks so much for hanging out right here. And tell me what you're thankful for as well. Text me 256-967-0885. All right, let's get back to the music. I got Torrin Wells and Let the Church Sing.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo! Hump day?
Hump day! To which, no, I got a GIF right here. The only reason why I played that was Margaret Simpson. She sent me this GIF of that particular commercial. You remember that from Geico? Yeah, and directly after it's got this dog on the screen. It says, no, it's Wednesday. Nobody calls it hump day. I love it. I'm loving these GIFs. Keep them coming. 256-967-0885 is how you can get them to me, and I'll send you one back, okay? Also, I got to say this. Margaret, thank you for those kind words. She said, thankful for you and 88.5, my loving and supportive family, and God's grace, mercy, and peace in all times. That is a lot to be thankful for. That's good stuff right there. That's what we're talking about this morning, is what are we thankful for? Even the smallest things. So I wonder, what is that for you? You can reach me. Text me, 256-967-0885. I would love to hear what you are thankful for today. And I'm getting so many more messages, like this one right here from Preston. He's requesting a song, Scars by I Am They. I've got it ready to go. It's coming up next. But he said this, and man, thank you. He said, by the way, I'm grateful for you and your radio show. I hope you know how important what you do is. God put this station in my life right when I needed you. Man, Preston, I'm so thankful you're here. I'm so thankful you're a part of this family. Man, I'm feeling the love this morning. I appreciate you, sir. All right, let's get to that song requested by Preston. It's I Am They and Scars right here, right now on the Lifeline. Again, you can text me at 256-967-0885, or you can call the studio 256-505-0885. I look forward to hearing from you. Looks like I've got another request to get to as well. Grave Robber by Crowder. It's coming up next. Well, Elvis has shown up in the morning GIFs. Richard Udi, he reached out to me and sent me an Elvis GIF. It says, good morning. To which I had to respond with one of Elvis doing his thing on the stage. But he requested a song. He wants Grave Robber by Crowder. Yes, sir. Richard Udi, thank you so much for being part of this family. And thank you for requesting this song, man. Here it is. Hope you enjoy it. It's a good one. Turn it up. Well, good morning, and welcome to This Day in History, a chance for us to look back on yesteryear to celebrate some milestones and some achievements and the movers and shakers who brought us this far. So what happened on this day in history? It was on this day in 1493, Italian explorer Christopher Columbus discovered Puerto Rico on his second voyage. In 1530, Augsburg Emperor Karl I enables the Edict of Worms, which bans the ideas of Martin Luther from the empire. Luther's main point was that the Bible is the word of God, and people did not need the church to worship God. Ooh, some pretty big statements in 1530. In the year 1620, the Pilgrims, who left England on the Mayflower in search of a new life free of restrictions on religious worship, reached Cape Cod, Massachusetts. They would land at Plymouth on December 26th. And then it was on this day in 1794, during his tenure as the first Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, John Jay negotiated the Jay Treaty with Great Britain, helping mend ties between the Americans and the British. Pretty big deal. A lot of smoothing out that needed to happen there. It was on this day in 1850, the first U.S. patent for magic lantern slides made of glass plate was issued to their inventor, Frederick Langenheim of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You're like, okay, so what are magic lantern slides? Well, I can tell you this. They are precursors to slide projectors and PowerPoint presentations. So that's kind of how it all got its start, way back there in 1850. Also in 1850, the first life insurance policy issued to a woman in the United States was purchased by 26-year-old Carolyn Ingram of Madison, New Jersey. And then, in 1861, while visiting Union troops near Washington, D.C. during the American Civil War, Julia Ward Howe wrote, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Yeah, pretty familiar song. In 1863, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln delivered the brief but renowned Gettysburg Address at the dedication of the National Cemetery in Pennsylvania during the American Civil War. And that takes me back to the Andy Griffith Show, Barney trying to remember how all that was supposed to go. Yeah, he had a hard time with that, didn't he? On this day in 1962, American actress Jodie Foster was best known for her dramatic portrayals of misfit characters set against intimidating challenges, was born this day in 1962. Yep. What Jodie Foster movie do you like? In 2002, as had the House of Representatives the previous week, the U.S. Senate overwhelmingly approved the creation of a new cabinet department known as the Department of Homeland Security to have a workforce of 170,000 people. Wow. In 2007, Amazon.com began selling the Kindle, a wireless electronic reading device that played a key role in popularizing ebooks. Do you have a Kindle? A Kindle Fire tablet? There are all kinds of iterations of this thing now, but some of those early black and white versions were really cool. And then, well, in 1969, U.S. astronauts Charles Conrad and Alan L. Bean of Apollo 12 made the second landing on the moon. Remember, we talked about how they launched. Now, they landed finally. 1969 on this day in history. Also in the United States in 1916, Samuel Goldfish and Edgar Selwyn established the Goldwyn Company. Goldfish, who changed his name to Goldwyn, became one of the world's most successful independent filmmakers and launched the careers of Danny Kaye, Gary Cooper, Will Rogers, and Lucille Ball. Among the writers he employed were Robert Sherwood, Sinclair Lewis, and Ben Hecht. That was 1916. So, you know, the whole Goldwyn, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer company? Yeah, that's its namesake. All right. Calvin Klein, born on this day in 1942. Meg Ryan in 1961. And that is it. That is this day in history. Maybe this day in history holds significance for you. Maybe it's your birthday. Maybe it's your anniversary. Well, hey, congratulations. That's a big deal. Now, I want to bring the music down, close the book, and remind you of this simple truth. There are many facts and figures written throughout this book, excerpts of people's lives and how they impacted the world and the culture around them, how they indeed made history. And think of it. What if you found out somebody wanted to include your good history in a book like this? How would that make you feel? Honored? Right? Yeah. Humbled? For sure. You know what? I hope that happens for you. I hope your good history is written in a book like this. But can I tell you, even if it's not, I know where it is being written every single day. It's on the hearts and in the minds of every person that you come in contact with and how you make them feel. So with that in mind, I wonder if you'll take a challenge with me I like to take every day. It's simply this. Let's resolve to make good history today so that when others think of us, they get a smile on their face, a little extra warmth in their heart. They feel better having been around us. What does it take to make that kind of history? Well, I can tell you. It takes a little time, a little consideration. It takes a whole lot of effort. So let me just put it this way. I would venture to say later today, an opportunity will come your way where you'll have a choice. Whether to react in the heat of the moment, when the pressure's on, and when you know likely what comes out of your mouth is something you're going to regret. Or you can choose a different way. You can calm down a little bit, cool off. As the Bible says, Selah, pause and calmly think of that. And then mix in a little grace, a little mercy, a little love with your response to the situation. I know it's hard, especially in the moment. You don't feel like backing off, especially us guys. You get the testosterone going and we're ready, man. We're in the heat of the moment. Let's do this. Sometimes we got to back off a little bit. We got to cool our jets. So with that in mind, knowing it's going to take some effort, can you still take this challenge with me? Yeah, I knew you could. And let me give you a really cool reminder. This is something I talk about a lot because it happens almost daily. When those opportunities arise for me later on in the day, you know where I'm taken back to? That very morning when I took this challenge. It helps you. It does. Helps you stay accountable. Helps you make the right decision. So, good job. I knew you could do it. Now, Phil Wickham with What an Awesome God right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. We're talking about what we're thankful for this morning, even the small things. Maybe it is toilet paper. Like Andrea was talking with us earlier. She's from CWJC, and they actually did this little exercise in the classroom this morning. This is their final week of the session. They graduate tomorrow night. These ladies, they come in and they go through this session that takes a few weeks to get through. And it's funny because when they come in, they're so timid, so shy. But on their way out of here, when they're getting ready to graduate, there's just this light about them. There's this confidence. They're holding their head high. It's amazing to watch. And so they did. They sat down and they said, okay, what little things are we thankful for today? And I'm so glad they did. That was so cool. Andrea heard me talking about it on the radio, and then she went through that with them. I want to read them to you real quick, just in case you missed it this morning. I got this. She airdropped it to me. So this was on the board. Small things in a big heading with a line underneath it. And here are what they wrote. Toilet paper, shelter, hot water heater, phone to stay in touch across the country, heat and air conditioning, found deals and sales, CR, celebrate recovery. That's a big one. Independent living, community, a car, indoor plumbing, power. I mean, these can be really small things, but hey, if you didn't have them, life would be a lot tougher, wouldn't it? So the whole reason why we're doing this is because as we find thankfulness, even for the small things, it opens us up to look for even bigger things to be thankful for. And what does it do? It helps us get out of a funk and get out of that rock in a hard place mentality, even the victim mentality. And we start to change our mood just a little bit. Because as you fill your heart with thankfulness, what happens? You have a more positive outlook. Life gets better. So try it today. And if you haven't sent me what you're thankful for, text me. 256-967-0885, okay? 256-967-0885. You know what else I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for the opportunity to help you to have great experiences when it comes to Christian music. If you've been looking at our website, you've seen that we have some concerts that are coming up. The first one is happening this Sunday night. It's going to be amazing. It's the Awakening Tour. Skillet, Jeremy Camp, We Are Messengers. This Sunday, November 23rd, in Huntsville at the Probst Arena at the Von Braun Center. And I would love to give away a family 4-pack right now. Be the first caller at 256-505-0885 if you'd like to go to the Awakening Tour. Family 4-pack to the Awakening Tour. 256-505-0885. Call me up. Let me know you want them. All right? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. There's my phone. Here's Seth Schleter. Won't start now.
Hey, it's Bree.
Bree, what's going on?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm just so happy. I've been listening to you. I love you. I love all your music that you play.
Aww.
You play it at the right time. I'm just so grateful, like you said, for indoor plumbing, for power, for toilet paper, for food, for just a great life that God has given us. And I'm not a victim anymore, and I don't have to act like I am anymore, because I know that I've conquered this world with God by my side and running through my veins.
Oh, what a testimony. I love it. Bree, preach it,
Yeah.
girl. That is amazing. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
sharing. Hey, would you like to go see a concert?
Absolutely.
It's the Awakening Tour. You're my first caller. You just won a family 4-pack. How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel so good.
Well, I'm so thankful that it does. Now, Skillet will be there. Jeremy Camp will be there, and We Are Messengers. So you are in for an amazing night. It's going to be a great time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Stephen.
You're very welcome. So let me grab
I
you.
love you.
Oh, thank you. And hey, I love that we get the opportunity to make this happen. That y'all can go and enjoy some great music live in person. You can feel the bass in your chest when you're there at the concert. You can be a part of this. Everybody worshiping together. And this is happening on Sunday night. It's going to be at the VBC, at the Von Braun Center, Probst Arena. Skillet, Jeremy Camp, We Are Messengers are going to be there. That is the Awakening Tour. And I'll have more tickets to give away tomorrow morning, so be listening for your cue to call. All right? Sound good? All right. Well, hey, let me play a song here, and then it's time for Brian Trent. Here's Mercy Me, To Not Worship You. Well, it's that time of the morning, time for us to check in with a really good friend of ours. His name is Brian Trent. He's from Hampton, South Carolina, where he pastors the Lighthouse Church. He and his family are all across the socials under this handle, Trent Tribe. That's how you can find them for yourself. And you know what? They're in the middle of a series right now called This is Jesus. And today, well, we're continuing on, and it's really good stuff. Here, take a listen to this.
A handful of rocks or a heart of compassion. Welcome to day 12 of This is Jesus.
What if we are not the woman caught in adultery, but we're actually the ones throwing the stones? Hey y'all, today I want to talk about the woman caught in adultery in John chapter 8. In the scripture, it says that there was a woman caught in adultery and the people brought her to Jesus. They wanted to throw stones at her and they wanted Jesus to condemn her. Jesus told the people, whoever was without sin can throw the first stone. Long story short, they all dropped their stones and left, and Jesus told her to go and sin no more. When people read this story, we always think we're the woman caught in adultery being condemned. Well, I think that is true. We're all the woman caught in adultery, and Jesus doesn't condemn us. I want to think of this story from a different perspective. What if we are not the woman caught in adultery, but we're actually the ones throwing the stones? In Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 through 3, it says, "Judge not, that you not be judged. For with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye?" You see, in John chapter 8, Jesus isn't saying that she's not guilty. However, he is showing her compassion, which is what we all should be doing as the body of Christ.
It's not that they're not guilty. It's just that we might want to check ourselves first. Love you guys.
Wow. Powerful, right? This is Jesus, day 12. And that was Emery. Yeah, that's Brian and Amanda's daughter. They get the whole family involved. And I love that. So, hey, if you want to find more about this family, you want to find more of their content, you can by going to the socials and typing in Trent Tribe, TRENTTRIBE, or you can even go to trenttribe.com. You can actually meet the whole family there. I'm on the website right now. Yeah. So if you go they've got these up in the menu, home, faith, family, hit family, you'll be able to meet all of them, the whole tribe. So cool. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Y'all are awesome. I just got to tell you this. I just got a text from Carla, and I think this is so cool. It's such a neat thing she does. You know what she's doing this Christmas season? Handbells. Yeah, she had rehearsal yesterday, and so she's getting everything ready there, and she sings and plays the bells, and it's just so cool. Carla, thank you for reaching out and telling me what's going on in your life. I think that is awesome. And she sent me a morning GIF as well. I sent her one back. Y'all really are great. Y'all make it such a pleasure to be here every morning, and I appreciate you. I'm thankful for you. Now let's close the show. Well, the time has come for me to bid you adieu. But before I do, I'd like to share with you an inspiring quote. In fact, some might say it's the most inspiring quote of the day. From Marcus Aurelius, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Maybe that quote hits home for you today because life, it could get noisy, stressful, overwhelming, especially by midweek, by Wednesday. But gratitude has this incredible way of quietening the noise. It quiets it down. It reminds you that God is still doing good things, even in the small moments. You see, when you pause to thank God for the little things, the big things start to look different. Yeah, those big insurmountable things, those big mountains in your life. They really do. Because when you notice the small blessings, the sunrise, the smile, the beauty in which it rains if it's a cloudy day, the quiet moments, the unexpected encouragement, your heart starts to shift, your outlook starts to lift, and confidence begins to rise. Our word of life, wow, it really sums it up, doesn't it? I want to read it to you one more time before we go. Psalm 28:7. "The Lord is my strength and shield. I trust him with all my heart. He helps me and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving." That last part, I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. Why? Because he's just that good. So as you step into the rest of your Wednesday, I want you to remember a few things. You don't need everything to be perfect. to have joy today. You don't need all the answers to experience peace. You don't need a big miracle, just a grateful heart. Look for the small things. Name them. Celebrate them. Let them breathe confidence back into your soul. Because God, as that scripture says, is your strength, your shield, filling your heart with joy. Not because everything is easy, but because He is with you in all of it. Thank you for spending your morning here with me. If today encouraged you, the full episode will be up today at 11 o'clock across 5 podcast platforms. So if you want to hear something again, if you want to catch up on something you missed, or you want to share this encouragement with somebody today, you can do that. Just type in Lifeline Morning Show Podcast across those 5 platforms at 11 o'clock. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube Podcast. Okay? Thank you so much for being here, and I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Find one small thing to be thankful for. That's your homework. And let that gratitude carry you the whole way through. See you tomorrow. Well, you made it to the end of the podcast today. Good job. Thank you for listening. And I hope you found something that encouraged you, that inspired you, that helped you to find some hope, especially if you felt like today was just going to be a bad day. Yeah. Hey, if you would, do me a favor, share this show with somebody. And we're trying to hit a particular follower number over on Spotify. So if you're listening on any of the other platforms, if you could go to Spotify and follow us there as well, I would greatly appreciate it. The whole reason why we're trying to hit this number is because when we do, the algorithm should start pushing us out to even more people. That means more people get a little encouragement, inspiration, and you can help that happen. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Oh, before I let you go, I want to give you a special invitation to join me live. We're on from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., Monday through Friday, that's Central Standard Time. So tune us in live sometime at 885jfm.com. Click that On Now button and press play. And that way, we can interact in the moment. How cool would that be? Okay, make sure to do today's poll as well, because there's one there on Spotify. So go ahead and take care of that, if you would, please. I'd greatly appreciate that as well. All right, see you later.